Thanks everybody. Just down this side over here would be much appreciated. Thank you. Through here. You're welcome to stand right there. And is this on? Is that on? Is that on? It's on? Is it loud enough? Yeah. You sure? You can hear me? Perfect.
Yes, buddy.
What was that?
Yes, buddy.
You can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah? What, sorry? Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You can. Can you hear me back there? I said, can you hear me?
No.
How did she respond if she can't hear me? Gilbert, good to see you. Good luck with the auction. This man's here to purchase. And all the very best of luck to the others that are as well. 2 at 57 Highland Avenue here in the heart of Oakleigh East. George Midas and his fresh skin fade from yesterday is here to represent the owners, and he thanks you very much for coming along. For those that are here to bid, all the very best of luck with your bidding endeavours. To the vendors, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank them very much for entrusting George and myself and the team with the sale of their most prized possession buyers. Here's your opportunity to jump in and purchase as we stand here in the world's second most livable city. The world's what? That's pretty impressive, Gilbert, isn't it? Second, and there's a lot of cities in the world, isn't there? You know what's really depressing though? Melbourne was #1 for a few years and we've been knocked off the perch for #2. But I stand here with pride saying the second most livable because there are so many cities in the world and only Vienna is #1. I'm not sure how that happened, but Melbourne is so incredibly livable. Family friendly, there's people flocking here from interstate, overseas, everywhere you can possibly imagine. It's the fastest growing population that this whole country has on offer, with an expectation to surpass Sydney before you know it. Interest rates have dropped once again to record lows. Banks have loosened up. Borrowing capacities have increased. There is no better time to buy than right here and right now. Isn't that right, George? Post-election, there's been bucket loads more confidence in the marketplace. Prices have risen, and George, correct me if I'm wrong, they've risen incredibly quickly. They're rising right in front of our eyes, and if you are here to bid and bid with confidence, things are different for you than they were last year. Last year, buyers were keeping their hands in their pockets, saying to each other, you know what, if we just back off and don't bid to our limit on this one, we'll probably pick up a better one for cheaper in a couple of weeks' time, in a couple of months' time. And you know what? In many of these instances, you were correct, and the power was in your hands. But the pendulum has turned, because prices are rising now. And if you are here, no doubt you've set a limit. And bid with confidence to that capacity. And if the bank's giving you authority, beyond it if you can afford the repayments to suit your lifestyle. Because if you don't, in this marketplace, you run the risk of bidding higher for properties that you don't even like as much. You run the risk that in the Christmas break, you'll be searching for real estate on RayWhiteOakleighwebsite.com, trying to find another short list of residents you aren't open to bidding on, and being the underbidder at a few more auctions. Then come Easter time, you still haven't purchased, and you're going to be scratching your head, reflecting back on this moment, thinking to yourself, I could have, would have, and should have bid the extra $10,000 or $20,000 because now I'm prepared to pay more for a property I don't even like as much. This auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the commencement of the auction. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders on request, and I have the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids, and if and when I choose to place those bids, we'll make it very clear by simply stating the words vendor bid. The rules prohibit false bids, prohibit major disruptions by bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provide fines for such misconduct. And last but not least, when the property's deemed sold, we'll take absolutely no late bidders beyond that particular point in time. So bid quick or you run the risk of missing out. A 10% deposit, it's all that is due and payable if you are successful. Ain't that right, George? And if of course you are successful, a 45 to 90 day settlement. Ain't that right, George?
Yep.
Yep. How's that? Been working together for in excess of 5 years, and couldn't you just feel the bond and love between the two fellas? Yeah? Yeah? Brothers from another mother. Aren't we, George? By the way, whoever I'm working with next, I'm going to tell them the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your chance to call it your very own. Absolutely luxury living. The owners have built both properties on the block. Buyers, this one sold a year ago. This one they built for themselves to live in for many, many years to come. And I'm sure that it wouldn't surprise you because from the moment you walk through, there's been absolutely no stone unturned. Due to personal circumstances, of course, they're moving on to the next stage of their life. But the good news for you is, here is your chance to call it your very own. Master down the bottom, built-in robe, a walk-in robe, ensuite, 2 bedrooms upstairs, very large in nature, buyers. Built-ins there, you've got the bathroom upstairs, and goodness gracious, one of the best features the world has ever seen, the upstairs toilet is separate to the bathroom. So if someone's showering in the morning and you get up and you're busting, well guess what? There'll be none of this. You'll be able to walk straight in. How good's that, Gilbert? That's why Gilbert's here to buy. And no doubt it's attracted many of you here. The back of the block, safe and secluded. Let's cut to the chase. All amenities right here at your doorstep. Good to see you, Mr. Lee Calipouris. It's been too long. Chatston, Oakleigh shops. Let's cut to the chase. Bucket loads of schools. George, the selling agent. Ray White Oakleigh, who would like to get the bidding underway with an opening bid and opening offer at absolutely any number that you like. We don't mind where you start. It's totally up to you. Here's your chance. Gilbert, how much? $913,500, the bid is here on the left-hand side. At $913.5, Gilbert's offer, he's in front nice and early. At $913,500, now the bid is here fairly bit away. I'm going to call for a rise up to 20,000 buyers. Here's your chance to jump in front quickly. I'm going to call it 3 times with you. At $913.5 going once. At $913.5 going twice. At $913.5 for the third and final call. Are we all done? I've seen this one first. 20, at 20, at 25, at 25, at 30. Gilbert, how about it? At 9 1/4 now, you're in front. 3 bidders fighting for it now. At 9.25, fairly bit away. The bid is here behind me at 9 1/4. At 9 1/4, fairly bid and offered. 3 of you are fighting for it here. At 9.25, I'm going to call it 3 times now. Let's step back in front quickly. 30. Not a problem, even better, 934.5. That's a brilliant bid. 19,500 above the last offer. 934.5, you're in front once again. At 934.5, the offer calling for a rise. Work with me now for 940. At 934.5, the bid is here, George. We've seen 3 bidders fighting for it. We're at 934.5. Some instructions, George. George. 38. George, some instructions. 3 bidders, we're on the market and we are selling at 938,000 now. The bid is back there now. How much, Gilbert, quickly? At 938, calling for a rise. 942 it is, and back at you. At 948 now, read your lips at 48 the offer. At 948 as we welcome other bidders in, the bids behind me. We are well and truly selling at $948,000. At 948 the bid is over here. At 948, 50. At 50 straight back at you, Gilbert. At 50 the bid behind me. How about 55? Work with me, even 50. How about 957, 750? Let's go something obscure. At 950 the offer. Once at 950. Yep. Second time, how much? 963.5 and back at the 2 of you and everyone else who haven't bid just yet. At 963.5, the bid is here on the left-hand side. At 63.5 as we call for a rise, work with me for 70. Don't back down right here. The market's rising incredibly quickly. At 963.5, let's go 65. We'll take 1.5. At 963.5, let's go 65. Work with me, ma'am. How much? 65 it is at 1.5 and back at you. I welcome you back in and welcome back in front once again. The keys are in your hands if we do not see a better offer. At 965,000 right next to George here. At 65 the offer as we call for a rise. How much? 1 million? Yes? How much, sir? 1 million? We're there already, sir. Yes. Not a problem. At 970,000, that was easy. Back in front. We've got a new player in proceedings, sir. All the very best of luck with the auction. At 970,000, the bid is here, smack bang dead centre. At 970, fairly bit away now, calling for another rise at 70. Let's go 77.5 if you like. At 70 the offer. Bids right out the back at 970,000. Gentleman's bid with the sunglasses and the blue jacket. At 970 now, looking awfully snug. Yep, work with me. 982.5. Let's go 85 and straight back at you. Both of you are throwing bids at each other nonchalantly. Both of you not here to muck around. Yourselves as well. Can I tempt you back? I haven't forgotten about you. How about back here at 985,000? Sir, is that confirming that lead at 85? At 985 now back in front once again. The two of you are fighting for it, and we welcome other competition back in. Or in for the first time, of course, at 85. Gentlemen's offer. I'm going to call it 3 times and sell to your competition. Once, twice, third, final call at 995. We're selling. How much? 997.5. At 997.5, we can pop open the champagne to the buyers here. At 97.5, sir, let's go a million. Let's go a million. At a million lead, we need to know at 97.5. At 997.5, the bid is there. At 997.5, the bid is right here on the left-hand side of George Midas. At 997.5, and if you're thinking of selling, George looks forward to having a conversation with you in regards to the process involved in recreating the situation for you on auction day as well. Ain't that right, George?
Yes.
How much? $1 million now. We've got a new bidder and welcome here. At $1 million now, the two of you are in front of the million. At $1 million, how about 2 million? At $1 million now. I'll give you 990,000 off that suggestion. Let's go 1 million and 10. At 1 million it is. At 10, work with me. At 1 million and 10. 10.
1,003,500.
Not a problem. 1,003,500. At 1,003,500 and back at you. Let's go 10. Let's not muck around. Let's stir the pot a little bit here. Shake up your competition. Make them think twice about their next bid. Let's go 1,020,000 now. Could be the strategic knockout blow. At a beginning 10 and back at you. At a beginning 10 the offer. At 1,010,000. Fairly bit away now. The bid is here. Right through the middle at a beginning 10. 10. Are you definitely out? You sure? Comfortable to go back to open inspections? Haven't seen you for about 100 grand. Are you sure you're done? At 1,010,000? I've heard that before from buyers, but you are definitely done. Yeah. What have you heard? What I just said? But I've definitely heard that. You know, actually, the reality of it is I think you actually could be done. But the majority of the time when someone says it, they actually do jump back in. And on many instances, I think the buyer thinks they're done. I think you could actually be done. Maybe trying to hold on, playing mind games here, not a problem. I'm happy to be proven wrong and respect if you back down anyway. At a million and 10,000, the bid is over there. Thanks so much for bidding. At 1,010,000, thank you very much. Appreciate it, George. We're giving that to me so you can take over. At 1,010,000, say that large, George, and see how it feels. Say 1,010,000, we're going to sell.
1,010,000, we're selling.
We're going to sell at $1,010,000. Here's your chance, final opportunity to jump back in. At 1,010,000, the bid is with you, Lee. Is that right? Yep. Good, you paying attention. How much?
1,019,500.
1,019,500 and back at you. At 1,019,500 as we call for another rise. Here's your chance to step up to 25. At a beginning 25, no one's backing down now. At 1.25 the offer right next to Lee Kalapouris. At a beginning 25, work with me. Let's go 1,050,000 Gilbert. At 50 we need to know now. Work with me now. At a beginning 25 with your competition. At 25 the offer. At a beginning 25. At a beginning 25. At a beginning 25. Yep, need to know I'm going to sell now. 1,033,500 and back at you. You can feel the 40. I read your lips, sir. At 40 the offer. At a beginning 40,000 and straight back at you. A quick rebuttal's a good one. It shows your strength and true colours here at a beginning 40,000. The two of you in front once again, throwing it back at you at 1,040,000. The offer is there. I'm going to call it 3 times and knock it down. Once, twice, third. Final call at a beginning 40,000. 1,042,500 and back at you at 1,042,500. By the way, just to make things more exciting, I think you should bid rather than 500s on top of your bids. Let's go 777 at 45. At a beginning 45. At a beginning 45 and back at you. At a beginning 45. At a beginning 45. At a beginning 45. At a beginning 45 and 50. 50. Can we make it 1,048,770? Is that okay? Not a problem. $1,048,770. At $1,048,770. At $1,048,770. Let's go. $1,050,000. How much? At $1,049,000 and back at you. At $1,049,000 the offer. At $1,049,000 now and back at you. Here's your chance. Yep. Work with me. At $1,049,000 going once, twice. Yeah, we got another one. Not a problem. Welcome back at $1,054,500. At $1,054,500. At $55 and back at you. For those that may have recently joined us, we've seen 6 bidders hotly contesting this fine residence buyers. 2 at 57 Highland, George. Yes, it is now. We're over here at $1,050,000 correctly. At $1,055,000. There you go, $1,059,700. At $1,059,700. 60. At $1,060,000. No one's backing down. The bid right next to Lee at $1,060,000. At $1,060,000. For those that have tuned in, thanks for doing so. We're well and truly on the market and going to knock it down through the middle. At $1,060,000 now, sir. We're going to sell to you if we do not see a better bidder offer. My gut feel is there's one on its way. There we go. I'm listening. $1,063,500. My phone's ringing. It's my wife. I'll call her back later.
You're in trouble.
65 at $1,065,000. By the way, I wasn't being rude looking at my phone. I felt it vibrating and I thought for theatrical purposes to break the ice and make you laugh. That's why I pulled it out. Just in case you're tuning in and you're another auctioneer and you're going to criticise me, I did it strategically. Where are we at, Lee? Oakleigh East at $1,065,000. At $1,065,000. At $1,065,000. The bid now back at you. How much? $1,069,500. Let's go 1.1. It doesn't sound so crazy now. It's 70 at $1,070,000 and back at you. Neither one of you are backing down. We can feel the intensity. For those that live on the street or surrounding suburbs, now's a great opportunity for you to sell and have a conversation with George. He's open to that, aren't you, George? If you beg him hard enough, he'll visit. At $1,070,000, the bid is over there. Is that right, Lee? Yes, it is. How much, sir? $1,072,500. At $1,072,500. At $1,072,500, and the bidding's back at you. 75. Is that right, sir? I think I saw you say 75. At 75, the bid now back at you at 1 3/4. Just 25,000 shy of that illustrious 1.1, but we are getting closer to that. For those of you that think that feels a little bit obscure, well, let's just have a look what's going to happen. I'm feeling the two of you are still bidding with confidence. At $1,075,000, the bid is over there. At 75, how about $1,083,700? Yeah? $1,083,700? Yeah? Pardon? We're at $1,075,000 at the moment. I'm suggesting you go 8,500 above. Yeah? $1,083,500? We don't have to stick to the script. At $1,083,500. Not a problem. At $1,078,500. At $1,078,500. At $1,078,500. Now back at 80, 83,500. At 83,500. Let's go. $1,086,787. Happy to do that if you like. It's up to you. And bids over there. At $1,080,000 correctly. At $1,080,000. 80. Not a problem at all. We welcome you back and thank you very much for bidding thus far. At $1,081,500 and back at you. Any further interest? Are you sure you're done? Still waiting. Waiting for someone else to buy it by the looks. At $1,081,500. How about here? You sure you're finished? How's the coffee, by the way? Hey, you know what? I'm going to jump to the conclusion. It's probably coffee, right? It's not a cup of tea. 82. At $1,082,000. What have you got? A long Mac? Just a standard skinny cap. What about yourself? Just... Okay, skinny cap. Have you ever tried almond milk? Milk Lab? Oh, it's the best, isn't it? How come you didn't get it then? Bits over there, how much, Lee? 82. At $1,082,000. At $1,082,000. At $1,082,000. At $1,082,000. It's back at you, yes? $1,087,500. At $1,087,500. At $1,087,500. Let's go 90. At $1,087,500. Let's go 90. At $1,087,500. Let's go 90. 90. 90. Lee, 90, 90, 90, 90, 88, 88, at $1,088,000. Let's go 91.5, at 91.5, at 91.5, at $1,088,000. You two are in front. I'm going to call it 3 times and knock it down and sell to you once, twice, third and final call. Yes? 1,093,500, and I welcome you back in. At 1,093,500, and it's back at you now. At 1,093,500, don't back away here. At 1,093,500, it's 5,500 above your last bid. You go $500, it's $6,000 above your last offer. In this condition, it's approximately $6 per week of interest repayments, higher than your last offer if you go another 500. Makes no sense to back down with that equation. At 1,093,500, let's go 94, 4, yeah? At 1,094, it's 6,000 above your last bid. $6 per week of interest repayments, higher than your last offer. That's all that it is. Don't worry about the other 1,093. Forget about that. Just focus on what it was above your last bid. Ma'am, sir, who should I focus at? Which one of you is the weakest link? Did I just say that out loud? At 1,093,500 at 94, 94. Just 500, I'm opening up the opportunity for a very small increment for you. I purchased my family home a few years ago with a $500 bid. So through personal experience, I'm well and truly aware that this can change lives. And I'm going to offer this opportunity for you. At a bid of $94,000, I welcome you back with open hospitable auctioneer arms. At $1,094,000, let's step back up to the plate and show your true colours. At a bid at 93.5, thank you, George. At $1,093.5, 94, yeah? 94 in the world's second most livable city. Population's escalating faster than the rest of the country. At a bid 93.5, 94, 94. Ma'am, I can feel you considering it. You just looked up at him and clearly there's a glimmer of doubt in your mind. And sir, I suggest you read into that. I'd hate to see some kind of family feud as you walk out of here. At a bid 93.5, at a bid 93.5. Please bear with me, I'm just doing my job. You probably want me to speed up, but if you're on the roles are reversed and you're the vendor, a little bit of a cheeky side note, I think we'd like it. At a bid 90, just doing our job. But at the moment, you've earned the keys if no one else jumps in. At a bid 93.5, at 94 I call for. At 93.5, let's step up now. One final lunch. I sold the property a year ago in Burwood for $1.something million with 7 registered bidders with a $1 bid. The underbidder jumped in it, by the way, that sounds crazy. If you don't believe me, Google it. You'll find several media articles online commentating that story. So you times that by 500, this suggestion isn't so ludicrous now, is it? At a bid of 93.5, at 94, I'm opening up the opportunity for you here. At a bid at 94,000, just one last bid. I'll either sell you the property or they'll bid over the top. 93.5 the offer. The bid is with you, sir. Happy to take 100 at a bid of 93 and 600. Work with me here. At a bid of 93 and 600. Set this one final limit. I've seen stranger things happen. Let's call a spade a spade. If you bid 100, you probably won't buy for the 100. But there's a glimmer of hope and I've got several success stories to share. Just give it one last shot. Let's get your weekends back. At a bid of 93 and 600. Yes? Yes? Just one more. Just 100. Yes, sir? Thank you so much for bidding. I think you're done. Lee, can you double check? Look at 93.5. Are you sure you're comfortable to walk away empty-handed? And let this gentleman purchase. And you as well, man. Not sure if you're bidding together. I'm just going to assume that you are. At a bid 93.5. When you are for the moment. At a bid 93.5. You sure you're done? You comfortable to back off? At 1,093.5. I think it's yours now. I'm going to present one final opportunity for you. At a bid 93 and $600 for this potential life-changing opportunity. Think about the time that you are going to spend searching for more real estate, bidding at more options. The market will be rising and you run the risk of reflecting back on this in a few months' time, thinking you could have, would have, and should have kept going. One final opportunity now. The welcome mat is here still at 193 and 600, ma'am. Sir, once. At 193.5. On behalf of George Minus and the team at Ray White Oakleigh. Second time, we're going to knock it down and sell. Are you sure you're done? Thanks so much for the neighbours in attendance and for those thinking of selling. George looks forward to having a conversation with you in regards to how we can do this for you as well. At 193.5, second, third, and final time. So you look down at the paper very slightly. I noticed that body language. Have you got a little bit of interest there? Thanks so much for bidding at a bid of 93.5. The bid is right through here. At a bid of 93.5, I think it's yours. We're going to knock it down, sir, at 193.5 once, twice. Third and final call. Congratulations. It appears as though you are the new homeowner. We are selling. So, congratulations. quickly.